Hey techies, welcome back in SDET Tech IVP channel. So techies, in this tutorial we are going to discuss about top 10 interview questions which are really important for the SDET role. Okay, most of the time interview asks these questions. Okay, how, when, where, why. These terms we can use. Okay, so let's start and let's explore what are these questions. So please stay tuned, keep watching till end. Like, share and subscribe this channel to get more amazing stuff about SDET role interview questions. So let's start. The first one question is, a feature worked earlier but now failed randomly after multiple deployments. How will you investigate? So in that case, you have to be answer. You have to focus on intermittent failure first one, environmental differences means environmental issues, data variation, is there any data variation or a timing issue. Okay, so you have to be consider these things in your answer. Okay, the next question is, the product owner update acceptance criteria after development is done. How will you adjust testing? So in that case, this one is a really challenging. This is a scenario based question. Okay, so in that case, see how you can answer. You can say that handle scope challenge smartly, re-estimate efforts and communicate impact on timeline. Communicate impact on timeline. Whom to communicate? To product owner. You have to communicate with the product owner. Okay, you have to communicate with the product owner. You have to communicate with the product owner. You have to communicate with the product owner. Directly communicate with the product owner. Okay, these are the challenges with the new requirement, and I am facing. These are the issues. Okay, and these set of data I required to execute the test execution. So in that case, it will take time. Okay, you have to just clear your timeline and the impact. Okay, next question, how report you report a bug with the clear steps but the developer close it as cannot reproduce. What will you do next? Okay, in that case you have to recheck environment, gather evidence, video and the logs or a screenshot you have taken, compare setting and try with different data. So in that case you have to be reproduce this issue. Okay, next question is, an API response is correct but it takes 8 seconds to load. Do you report it? Why? Most of the time interview asks this question. Okay, 8 seconds is very huge time. Techies, 8 seconds is very huge time. It's a large time to load some data. So in that case, what you can do, you can just report this issue to your product owner as well as your manager. Okay, this API takes 8 seconds to load this data. Okay, so in that case you have to clear communicate. It hurts the user experience. It hurts the user experience. So this one is the logic behind it. You have to report this issue. Okay, the next question is, field validation work individually but fail when multiple individual inputs are entered together. How do you test this? Think in combination. First thing in combination you can use here, test case design technique. In the test we have total 5 test case design technique. You can use approach any one. Okay, you can use boundary value analysis, BVA, equivalence partitioning, EPC, equivalence partition combination. Okay, and the decision table, which is called truth table also. Okay, decision table, state transition and use case. Use case is totally depends on the user acceptance story. Okay, what the product owner shared with you. Okay, so in that case you have to create a combination using the boundary value analysis, using the equivalence partitioning, using a decision table and using the state transition. Okay, you can validate these all things and error groups as well, and dependency chain. Is there any dependency on the issue or on the feature? Okay, the next question is, how you find a bug. It's not how you find a bug that PM means product master or product manager marked as low priority, but you know it's affect user experience. What do you do? So in that case, explain impact with the example, user flow, disruption or video showing for the confusion. Okay, so in that you have to just clear communicate. Okay, this one is a low priority bug, but yeah, this one is impacted the user experience, so we have to be fix this issue in this release or the upcoming release. Okay, next question, A bug appeared in production in feature release 3 sprint ago. How do you check if more hidden issues exist? So in that case, explore related models. First, explore related models, dependent flow, and run a focus regression around that area. On specific area, you have to be run a regression testing. Regression means, I hope you are aware about the regression testing. You are aware about the regression testing and the retesting. Retesting means confirmation testing, and regression testing is the testing where we have to validate the currently fixed issue does not impact any another area, which does not which in the regression testing we have to make sure that the previously working functionality is working perfectly after implementing new feature or building a new feature or adding new feature in this model. Okay, this one is called regression testing. So you have to be run around the regression testing on the specific area. Got it? Okay. The next question is, requirement document and UI mockup do not match. How do you approach first and how? So in that case, see, suppose document and the UI mockup. Document means BRD, FRD, FRS are not matched as per the mockups. Okay, means Figma is not. Figma means images or the UI level. Okay, so in that case, you have to be clearly communicate with the product owner, business analyst, and confirm what final before logging defect. Okay, what is the final? Is this correct or is not correct? You have to just clear firstly with the product owner and the business analyst. Okay. The next question is, you receive two build on the same day, a new feature build and a hotfix build. How will you test both? So in that case, you have to set your priority. First, prioritize the hotfix, separate testing note, and ensure both build do not mix result. Okay, you have to prioritize your test cases. Which one is a more important? Hotfix is important or the newly get build is more important? Basically, hotfix is more important rather than the newly implemented feature. So in that case, you have to prioritize your task. Okay, and also you have to communicate these things with your manager and the product owner. Okay, you have to clearly communicate with your product manager and the product owner. Today I got these two builds. Which one is a more important, hotfix or the new one feature? Which one we have to be released first? Okay, and then you have to be share your time estimation and all the things impacted area as well. Okay. The next question is, last question is, during exploratory testing you find a visual UI inconsistency that doesn't break functionality. Will you log it? Definitely you can decide it. Decide on the brand guidelines, design consistency, and end user experience. Is impacting end user? Then you have to definitely. Okay, but yeah, this is low priority issue. You have to be logged. It's your job as a QA engineer. If you find a minor issue, you have to just log it into the in the Jira board or in the Asana board or in the XYZ board, whatever you are using. Okay, you have to just log this issue. Okay, but yeah, make sure all the guidelines, brand image, brand guidelines, design inconsistency, and user experience, all the things you have to be considered in this issue. Okay, so guys, these are the top 10 scenario based interview question. I hope you are getting knowledge about these questions, and these questions are really important for the SDET role. Okay, so please like, share, and subscribe this channel to get more amazing stuff about SDET role interview question. Goodbye, have a nice day.